Good morning, class. Sorry I'm not there today, but I need you guys to continue on your very, very important mission of figuring out who those skeletal remains belong to. The lab has finally gotten us the other skeletons, so now we can start looking at them, and this should be really helpful to you guys because now you can compare between the two. All right, they may be identical twins and you won't find too many differences, or they may be of different genders, different races, different heights, different ages, and you'll be able to see the differences that maybe you weren't able to see before. So what you're going to do during class today while I'm gone is continue the investigation. So I need you guys to get out the skeletons. Skeleton A is the one we've been working with. This is the one you've already taken all your measurements on. Skeleton B is the one we just got from the lab. So I need a volunteer or two, when I'm done talking, to go over there. I'm not sure which way I should be pointing. That way. Go over that way. Get the skeletons out of the box. Get skeleton A and skeleton B out. I want you guys to set up the same stations you've been at, those skull, pelvis, and long bones, but this time you need to have both skeletons there. So you should have 2 skulls at the skull station, 2 pelvises at the pelvis station, and 2 sets of long bones at the long bone station. Then the tools are also in there. So you know how the tools are. 1 caliper per station, 1 protractor, 1 ruler per station, and the big calipers go at the long bone station. Okay, so just a couple volunteers need to set that up. You guys should be familiar with that. Then also get out the stack of papers that are in that box and put the skull ones at the skull station, pelvis ones at the pelvis station, long bones one at the long bone station. Okay, they're clipped together in there so you'll know where to go. Then what you guys are going to do is get a new student data sheet from the sub and go through and take all the measurements for skeleton B, okay? Now we know who skeleton A is. We've been doing all this research all this time. Now we're going to figure out about skeleton B, okay? So you don't have to obviously redo the nasal heights from the pictures. You still have to take your nasal height from the new skull, but not from the pictures. Just redo all the measurements. We got to figure out who these people are. We got to get their families the information to know that their bodies have been found. So that's what you're going to do. Spend about 15 minutes at each station and then rotate on your own. You guys can handle that. Why don't one of you guys set a timer? After 15 minutes, go to the next station, okay? When you're done with that, after you've done with all of your measurements, I have put comments on your turnitin.com assignments that you turned in, if you turned them in on time. If I got them by 8 o'clock, I put comments on them. So what you guys, I want you to do now is look at those comments. You can go on the computers and start talking to your group, trying to figure out who these people are, okay? Now you've done all your measurements. Figure out all the characteristics of the first person. Figure out all the characteristics of the second person. And as a group, determine who they were. You can obviously have different opinions on the group, but you as a person need to determine who it is, okay? Then if you guys get all the way through that, then you can start writing your case reports, okay? We're going to include both people. You're going to tell me who both people are. You're going to tell me the age, race, gender, and height of skeleton A and of skeleton B, okay? So this is going to be a big report, so you guys should really use your time wisely. All of your measurements done. Start on your report. I want you guys to have something done, okay? If you don't get through any of the report in class, start typing it over the weekend. I want to see that you have something on Monday. Doesn't have to be done. Don't finish it because we're going to talk about it, but I want you guys to have something, okay? When class is over and the bell rings, you need to clean up. You know how to do this. Take all of the bones, put them really nicely back in the box. Those are human skeletal remains. You don't want to damage them. All of the measuring tools go back in the bag where you found them from. They go back in the box. All of the papers, the instructional papers, get clipped back together and put nicely, stack all 3 groups together, put those nicely back in the box also. If I hear from the sub that you guys couldn't correctly conduct your investigation by setting up and cleaning up correctly, we may revoke all forensic anthropologist privileges, okay? You may email me all throughout the class. I'm off on another case right now. You can email me. Hopefully I'll be able to email you back if you have questions. And your homework is to start your case report and make the changes from the introduction that you turned it on turnitin.com. Make changes on introduction, start on the rest of the case report, and have a wonderful weekend. No quiz on Monday. Do I mean that? No quiz on Monday. Have a great weekend.